for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Another day of a little bit of hell. Well, actually, I say a little bit. We got two games, two best of threes today. We're going to start off with the Dragons versus a log, and I know that if you think of just the objects that they're named after, you're probably going to be going with the fire-breathing dragons, but I don't know. I'm actually, again, I'm looking forward to this series. We've seen Binary Dragons recently make it through, I think, I can't remember which qualification it was, but they did very well there. I think it was one of the DreamHack events, which I don't think was necessarily expected. And then you've got Log, who, at least in recent form, I don't think they've actually lost a game, at least in the last 5. So, briefly, just going to bring up the maps, have a little gander at this one. I think, at least for the first one, Inferno, very strong for Binary Dragons and not so much a strong choice. But then moving on to Cobbler Mirage, I think this series will definitely become a little bit more interesting. Either way, that's enough of that. We're going into the knife round. Everybody's names been changed? Oh, they've just made them... why have you made them shorter? Hunter with the HNT? Is he trying to... Is that a new thing? Is he trying to abbreviate a little bit more? Who else has changed their name, actually? Where's Jocks? Wait, am I just blind? Why have they done this? You got Letney. That makes sense. You got Hunter. That makes sense. Emmy. Neno. And then Joxic has he changed his name to Sim? There we go. Okay, he fixed it. Sorted. Never mind. We can move on. That confused the hell out of me. I was like, have I missed a Bruster move? Am I just sat here commentating something? Nope. Decided to be called Sim for a little bit. Hey, it's Toast. How's it going? Hey, Atlantis. Right, into the pistol round. Inferno. A map that, well, CT side has been ever more difficult to hold as of recently. Teams been getting isolated out. What is this for? This is for the Hellcase Cup, $4,000 and qualification attempt, I suppose, or spot. Either way, Demon's sick. Sick by name, sick by nature. Gonna take the head off Letney. I'm good, thanks, Ollie. How are you? Hunter gonna be left alone, actually, over on this A site. Just gonna be waiting patiently, and to be honest, I think he's gonna have a bit of company soon. You look at the position of the T's. Slowly rotating themselves around. They've taken control of apps already. Have mid control. And it looks like the CT side have completely butchered this read. If anything, they have to go for a gamble. They're a man down. Buster maybe only on 1 HP. But you still don't want to be in this position where you've only now got 1 player left. Over towards this site. And while Hunter, he's got a lot to do. Actually just going to duck out. He's going to decide, you know what? Oh, actually, okay. Peeks in, gets 1. 4v4. Now, if anything, I'd say they have the advantage. The thing is, they get to get their running shoes on. Joxic already got himself a kit. Quicker. Gonna be trying to watch. He's got the P250, so he's the one man with a little bit of extra range. The problem is, he doesn't have any armor whatsoever. So, aim punch is going to be a factor. Buster, even with 1 HP, still going to be getting himself a kill. Rotation going to be coming in onto the site. Hunter doesn't quite connect the second shot. And while just running away somehow quicker, is he actually going to get the kill as well? That's just ridiculous. Just goes for a little dance and pulls it off. Log, they get themselves the pistol. And, well, now we're going to see a little bit of a force. A bit more of an investment coming in. Joxic, probably just going to be saving for his AWP. P side. holding for now. They do have a massive advantage in this round already. 4 rifles, an SMG. The one thing that they have expended very early, though. What? Forcing in the second round? I don't want to come across as being rude, but have you ever watched Counter-Strike before? Second round force is one of the most common things in any game. Okay, either way, moving on. T's don't have any utility yet. I don't know why Auto Director's just got stuck. Yes, I'm using Auto Director because I'm a one-man show. Why is it want to look at Neno so bad? Okay, I'm doing this myself. Hunter, it's gonna be just waiting on the box. He's got a little bit of a crossfire. The rotation can come in relatively quickly. The problem is they're gonna go peeking around this corner. They are gonna check everything, but still gonna lose that opening. Jordan, actually, Hunter's managed to get himself too. Not a bad situation. The problem is they now to try and rotate back in. Don't have a kit either. So they're looking for some tasty headshots. Of course, Joxic only a P250, so he is very vulnerable. Already low. Me trying to get around the corner. Buster. Gonna bust a move and just take his head clean off. I'm sure I'm the first person ever to make that joke. I'm pretty sure even I made it last week when we were casting them again. Neno. Nino. Nano. I've got this name wrong probably about 4,000 times. He's just going to be holding to try and get himself an exit frag. Maybe drop a gun or two. T's going to do the classic run into the corner. But this could be double. If he can run back in... I think I saw probably one of my favorite strategies ever. It was a player with a pistol. And what they decided to do was when both players were saving in the corner, they just ran at them and shot 3 or 4 bullets. Now, you think, oh, but they didn't get the kill. The bomb then takes down the 2 guys in the corner and removes a load of economy. It's really, really smart. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I can't remember who it was for the life of me who did it, but... beautiful little strategy. T-side looking like they're going to try and pick up the pace. There's one man with a gun in this situation, and that is Neno. Well, and armor. He's dropped his 5-7 over to Hunter as well. Peeks out. Doesn't manage to do anything, but actually he'll do enough damage that Joxic can get himself a frag and pick up the Now, with the T-side knowing where that UMP is, okay, it's not the deadliest weapon in the game. It's up there, of course, but you want to sort of avoid it. There's no reason to push towards it, even if it's just extra money gain. So, as you can see, T-side, they're going to push towards A. Actually, Letney still getting a kill. Nice little double tap. And another one. Okay, Letney, he's come to play. 0 investment, $600 made. He's going to be pretty happy with that one. And look at the damage they're already doing to Log. The remaining 2 players still have a couple of SMGs. Now, it's not the best weaponry. They don't have any armor. So the chances are very, very slim. Even going to fake flash with the SMG. Nice try. I like the effort, Emmy. But it is not going to be the case. So they won't win the round, but they've done a lot of damage. Only 2 players surviving in the last 2 rounds. Not bad. How is the voice? Our voice is much better today. Hey, Annihilator. The spelling of your name does hurt me, but I like that it caught me off guard the first time I read it. TT side. Got the AWP out onto Joxic. They were saving for this. He's actually got a bit of utility as well, but already a brawl comes in. And somehow Emmy gets another kill with the Molotov. I don't know what just happened there, but clearly burning toes on the other side of the map. Letney, in fact, going to pick up one more. That's a nice shot from Joxic. Beheads one more and leaves Letney try and defend versus the only man left now, Krisen. Has been a beast in the past. He has maps where he can step up, but it's not going to be here. 3-1. Binary Dragons return after getting their bite. And this is where the damage comes into play. Like, I spoke about it moments ago. 2 players surviving, and because of it, they're really going to struggle to actually get a decent buy on the board. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's see if this gifts thing is working today. Had our problems with it yesterday. Who do you think is favored in this game? Buster. No, probably Binary Dragons. But I really don't know, because Log, relatively new, haven't seen too much of them. Either way, a 1-for-1 trade, actually pretty good for the T's. Now, normally, you'd say, okay, it's good for the T's. Like, if anything, they have the advantage because they can gather up and they can push together. But, in this situation, where they had 2 players on pistols, it's actually not bad at all. Because one of their riflers go down, the other picks it up, then they find a rifle on the remaining player as well. So, they've ended up with 4 players, and Flowmaster on his trusty AWP can start styling. This guy has been a pleasure to watch. How do you know if you get a drop? You have to be on the website. I think it's the stream thing that keeps getting posted. And it basically makes the loudest noise known to man. So you can't miss it. Yeah, no, they have been doing very well. Like, if you look at both of these teams' recent results, though, it's all green. It's all pretty. There's no red in there. Flowmaster. Probably one of the coolest names. Master of the Flow. Fortunately, his teammate's going to go down on the other side of the map. This is all an elaborate ruse as now they go pushing in. Neno. Can he take... If he takes the second... Okay, this is possible. There's the bomb in the hands of Crizzen. They've only got 5 seconds. I think he may... Oh, I think he's got it. But it won't... Oh, that was so close! Oh, Flowmaster! That was sick. Just catches off the remaining player just as he's about to kill his teammate planting the bomb. 3.5 seconds is what you need to plant. That is ridiculous. That was dead on. But can they retake? Lenny, it's not going to matter. Either way, they take down both players. But that was disgusting. That round was just pure filth all the way through. Three to 2. Money has been absolutely screwed. But that extra bomb plant, they've gone for something a bit interesting here. They've sort of, like, if they get a bomb plant, like, if they had 2 grand, I would sort of look at this and go, yeah, you know what? This sort of half buy could work. But they sort of need a bomb plant. So if they kill a couple of players and get a bomb plant, this was worth it. If not, then they've sort of given themselves 2 weird, sketchy buys instead of 1 with AK, so... Already, Joxic, the flames are just working for this team today. I think that's the 3rd kill that we've seen from Molotovs. Not 5 in 1 round, it's not quite a stand special. Joxic with the AWP. He's got a flare coming in from behind. Flowmaster, actually a bit confused as where to look, but his teammates in the meantime have taken down 3. There it is, bomb plant, 3 players drop. This is already a round success in my eyes. Buster's gonna burn as well. And now we lose 1 more in Deema Sick. It's all onto Crizzen, and he's gonna lose his head as well. Nice work from Emmy on the retake. As said, though, okay. They probably, from there on, when it's a 3 versus 2, they should have done better. That's the point where you go, okay, this doesn't look like a great round anymore. 3 kills, a bomb plant. At the beginning of the round, they take that all day because it secures them a buy and does a load of extra damage. So, really not too bad at all from Log. But now they have to try and actually capitalize on it. It's all well and good doing damage in a round, but you then have to do something with the buy that you get. Otherwise, it's just worthless because you don't reset that economy. Now, they do have a little bit of extra cash. Joxic could probably even get a Catalyst Orb if they were to lose this round. A lot of utility expended early by Miner and Dragons. This seems to be a big thing now at the moment. Okay, bit of a sketchy nade. But yeah, it seems to be a big thing at the moment where you sort of have to try and take control of Banana with all of this utility. And it means that if you have these sort of weaker buys or lower economy, you really start to get problems. Oh, Nano actually gets 1 through the smoke. They've now found 3 players with this smoke down. Crizzen, don't do it. Don't do it, my friend. It's not worth it. Hunter is the cousin of Nico, I think. Although, I think that they say they're like brothers or something. I don't really know. It's confusing. I'm pretty sure they're cousins. Demasik going to be the one making the play. Emmy waiting behind the smoke. Teammate goes down, but he's ready to trade. Smart stuff there. Yeah, sure, he gives away his teammate, but 4 players surviving for the CT side. Exactly what was needed from them. They actually do better against a full buy than they did against pistols, which is pretty much just the dynamic of Counter-Strike at the moment. Pistols are powerful. And what? We're going to have some more of them. Gonna be a lot of nades once again. Already. We're just gonna see Chris and tag low. Aggressive push from Letney out is gonna finish off one more. Krisen's trying to be a little bit sneaky here. They may not expect him to be this far up, but if you look at their positions, they're holding very passively. It's a smart thing to do when they've got pistols up against them, although I say that and Letney goes for an aggressive peek out over towards the A side of the map. As said, logs so far with the pistols, at least, have been doing great. Emmy is going to find the pushing prison, so this passive hold working out wonderfully. Quicker trying to have some sort of impact as well, and with only 2 of them left now, it is becoming a little bit more difficult, but they do take down one. Neno's the only person left on this site. The problem is to get through the smoke. Going to be very difficult. Buster's going to go running, and, well, Neno's going to have no problem whatsoever. 5-3. Binary Dragons now firmly in the lead. Are you surprised by Binary Dragons for qualification? See, the thing with the DreamHack Atlanta qualification, I haven't seen barely any of it. But you look at the teams that sort of qualified, and you have to question, okay, how many other teams would have been trying to get into that tournament if it wasn't for the minor system, if it wasn't for other tournaments? So, I am surprised they got through. I'm hoping they show up, though. I really am. I'm hoping they have a good tournament, because it would be great to see a few more, especially at events like DreamHack Tours, where you can sort of get these lower teams, or DreamHack, whatever it's called. Couple of aggressive pushes, though. This is nice from the CT side. They're now taking the fight to the Ts. Prison and Demasik, though. They've actually got a decent opportunity here. So much aggression out that... Be very careful with everywhere they go. Already. Hunter. Oh, he runs out of bullets! That's a mistake. 7 HP, back to a 2 versus 2. Emmy is actually going to go pushing, so they now know where one of the 2 players is. Now, there's only 2 possibilities here. Either there's 2 players on B, or it's just split 1-for-1. The much more likely of the 2. So they know wherever they go now, they're going to have a 1v1 duel, except B. If they go B, then there's potential for 2. That's the only possibility, just based on what they've seen so far. Now, the likelihood is, because one of them has died from Joxic, that they do have a rough idea where he is, but he has been sort of rotating back and forth, and he is playing a very passive position, and they are going to gamble over towards this side of the map. The problem is, Joxic's position is just dirty. Like, he just sits here, he can just burn down the time. Will Demasik check the angle? No, he will not, but Joxic misses the shot! That's 2 kills now that should have gone the way of this CT side, and they've made mistakes, and Emmy is going to get spotted as well by Krisen. That is a round that Binary Dragons completely threw away. Started off really nice with their sort of aggressive pushes and taking the fight, taking control, and then they make 2 mistakes. One, the run out of ammo, and then the missed shot from Joxic, and that's it. That's the round done. It's in the favor of Log. Now, well, there is going to be a buyback up, but both teams' economies is on the brink. Demasik with a little bit spare. But other than that, everybody else is pretty low. Nades actually not going to be thrown out early in this situation. I think that's another thing that a lot of people try and do nowadays, is try and throw their nades a little bit later. Me actually going to win that battle as well. This is another thing that Logs seem to be doing quite a lot. They're relying a lot on individual plays. How many times now have we seen one player push up Banana on their own with no chance of a trade whatsoever? You have a second player there. You have, what, Flowmaster or somebody a little bit further forward. That's a trade kill. You're in a 4v4 on the T side. That's a huge advantage for you. Instead, they're trying to fight things back. And now in a 5v3 is Joxic, well, not going to miss the shot. Even gets to repeat the angle, take back the control that he just lost. Hey, Martini. Prison. Hoping that somebody on this CT side will make a mistake again. Flowmaster will be able to pick off one. Jocks it, though. This time with the AWP. Takes his time. Not going to be missing the shot this time. Hunter, he'll fall. Buster looking to still do more. The bomb should be able to go down, but they do actually have a Molotov, which they can try to deny it. Not going to be enough to actually stop the plant, but will be enough to push them back. Flowmaster not willing to die to the fire and flames this time, but his teammate will be lost. And he's left alone on the site. There shouldn't be any hope from here. Emmy from Apps will finish things off, and after one round on the board, the T side are going to take a hit. Well, if they can find the bomb, that is. Yeah, he could be the Flame Master. T-side, because of the bomb plant, will actually have enough to get somewhat of a buy. It's not a particularly good one. They've got 3 AKs, which is something. The Tech 9 definitely can be used based on those sort of close-range battles. Nades are going to be coming back in, but not to too much effect this time. Pretty much only used to stop early rushes, but the T's are still going to take that control anyway. Hey, Flames. I feel like you've been a lot in this game. We've seen a lot of Molotov kills. Been there the whole time. T's once again, though, they've fallen back into a more default strategy, just holding angles, waiting patiently for players to push into their crosshairs. CT side this time, though, are not buying it. Still got plenty of time left on the clock, however, but their utility is dwindling. 2 smokes, a Molotov. For me, at least, that would suggest a B hit would have to be necessary, because the A side, there's so many more positions you want to be clearing with Molotovs. That pit is just so deadly. Also smoking off either short or arch side. From the gathering up of this T side at the moment, it does look like it's going to be a B hit. The problem is, look how much utility the CT side have saved. They still have Nano with an incendiary and a smoke. Emmy with an incendiary and a flash. It's just not good. 30 seconds left, and they've got all of this utility to try and slow things down. And there we go. Smoke goes down. Molotov, double Molotov, in fact. They will go running through it, but this is the perfect crossfire setup. But now, there's only 15 seconds left. They're going to have about 5 by the time they actually get onto the site. Flashbang going down, though, will at least net them 1 frag. But can Neno do anything here? If he denies this bomb plant, the round is all but over. 6 seconds, 5 seconds up on the clock, and I think this round is done. There's no time to plant the bomb. The remaining players are just going to try and catch them out, and that's Flowmaster getting no cash. $50 is all that's sit in his pocket. And that is a big hit to them in that round, and very smart stuff from Binary Draggers, holding on to all of those nades so late into that round. And if anything, that sort of situation, it kind of makes it so the T's have to force. Just to balance out the economy. Either that or they have to go for buy in the next round where Flowmaster still only has a pistol. If anything, that probably sounds better. What they've done here is a bit odd. Because you're not going to reset this economy of the CT side. I don't think it's going to happen. They'd have to do something very impressive. They've not got a huge amount of money, so it is possible, but they got a fall by it. And with all this utility since they've had it, they've looked very impressive. T-side already losing that first duel. Flowmaster is basically just a giant decoy in this situation. Will be able to pick up a Tech 9, so that probably rises deadliness up from a 1 to a 2. Still no armor. I suppose running around corners, maybe we should put him up to at least a 4. Prison, the one with the rifles, so he's the man we want to be watching. Back to this passive hold. This seems to be whenever they consider an eco coming, they just fall back here. And it's nice, I like it. Take the battles at range. And play this little crossfire close so that there's so many angles they have to check. Again, late smoke. And then Neno still has all of his utility. 30 seconds up and coming on the clock. They need to be baiting out more of this utility. Otherwise, this round, or every round, is just going to come down to these late pushes with utility available. They do at least deny him throwing the Molotov, but it's not going to matter because Hunter's now already rotated over and Emmy sprays down 3. 8-4. Log not looking good at all at the moment on this T side. CTs are now able to build themselves up a little bit of extra money. And once again, it's going to be next to nothing in their bank accounts. Loss bonuses up to 2,900 going into the next round. Ooh, Flowmaster. There we go. He's got his Deagle back. What team is my favorite for the major? Probably SK. Well, I think it's going to be a great showing, and there's so many teams that could take it. We haven't seen too much from Astralis recently. They're sort of saving everything for the major, which I think could be very exciting. FaZe as well, on their day, can pretty much beat any team. And that's not even including like the explosive nature of teams like G2. Prison will be able to take one. A second almost comes in, but Hunter, he gets away with it as well. What about C9? I think there's some good upset potential with C9, but winning it, I don't think so. I don't think so. Flames asking those tough questions, which he already knows the answers to. 9-4. Double molly down. Again, this is a little bit different. I think they're trying to set up a little bit closer down. I'm liking how dynamic they are. However, Buster takes the AWP of Joxic out of the equation already. Really that's like a top quality meme. They've actually looked alright though in Cologne. Letney. Gonna even up the scoreline once again. They've returned with a little bit of aggression. They've still got a smoke here for Emmy as well. That he can just slow down and push onto Banana, but it's actually gonna be this wrap around, and they do not have any control over apps, so this has just been the pick apart of these remaining players. Emmy, well, not this time, and there we go. 4 players actually survive. So considering how poor they've been in the last few, they managed to win 1 with 4 standing. Flowmaster's going to have the AWP. 2 AWPs picked up from the CT side as well. I would say, though, you have to be careful when looking at a team like NIP, because this is sort of the honeymoon period where you get that new player, everybody's excited, motivated to play. If in 3 months they're still performing, then I'll be impressed. That'll be the thing. Especially with NIP, they just seem to be one of the worst at it, where you like saw the join of Makalele for a tournament or 2, they then win that tournament, and then everything falls apart, so I'm not holding my breath on this one. T-side once again. Slowing right down. Hoping for some sort of aggression. And with double AWP setups, normally you want to have this sort of pick style of play. Maybe go for a little bit more of a push. Find some information out. They're actually just sitting back. Relaxing. Shooting some B-ball. All that good stuff. Joxic going to be holding, but the flashbang will leave him in a position where he has to fall back. Now, Buster's on the other side. Hot flash comes in, and that's wonderful from Binary Dragons. Team play galore. Flowmaster spots one over towards Pit. Going to try and get the refrag, but again, they're leaving it so late. Smoke is going to go down quick at this time. Will be able to get the kill through it, though. Nade. Oh, no, it's actually Dimasick. Finishes off his teammate. And there's a gap in the smoke as well. Neno is just... Oh, that's just bad luck. And he's going to carry on. What is this play? Just going through the smoke and catching off. Is he going to get the final kills? They still don't realize there's a gap in that smoke. They know exactly where he is. Kristen, however, gets the first. He has to plant this bomb now. There's no hope. Neno is just going to go running. He's trying to dodge the bullet. What? No. Oh, he actually hits the shot as well onto Hunter. That would have been absolutely atrocious if he managed to get away with that. Jesus. Seen some of the most potato rounds I've ever seen in Counter-Strike, but Binary Dragons do get themselves the 10-5. Whew. My heart's not going to be able to hold out to the end of this map, let alone the end of the game. T side investing a lot of their money into utility, and the CT side investing theirs into running, gunning, and headshots. Look at this from Flowmaster, already finding himself two. Eventually will be traded out, but it is just trade galores. Leaves it onto Letney. Bomb has been dropped. If he can isolate Kristen, then he actually has a chance. And Kristen's going to be caught reloading, but took a while, took a few shots. Now it's onto Demasik. 1v1, 5 HP. Has to hit the headshot. Or Letney. Oh, is it going to be a ring around the Rosie? As he goes one way. He goes this way. He goes this way. Look at that drawing technique. Imagine if he goes back. Oh, wouldn't it be brilliant if he goes back round? Go on. Do it. Please. See, look how good I am at reading the game. I'm actually just a genius. Like... Somebody please employ me to just, like, I need a crystal ball. I need a crystal ball. The worst thing is, has Dima actually read this? How? How could you possibly, like, he's actually watching the back. I'm genuinely so surprised. He's just made noise as well. Dima, you've played this perfectly. You have to hit the headshot, and he will. There was so much in terms of like IQ plays there, just blowing minds, and then Demasik just sits tight, and he's like, "Yeah, well, you think you're smart. I knew exactly where you were going." So, pistol round goes the way of log. Bomb plant will give a little bit of extra money over towards that T side and should get them an early buy anyway. CT side investing quite heavily into utility once again. Been seeing a lot of this. Of course, no armor, so all of these HEs gonna become more and more deadly by the second. Neno, gonna be the one leading the charge. They want a bomb plant here. I don't think they can expect too much else. T side still have two players over towards this A site. Molotov actually gonna force them back a little bit as well. T's, as said, aiming for a bomb plant. They want that extra money. Unlikely they'll have an AWP, but then again, well, actually, Letney has some extra cash. 2,400 would probably give him enough. He might have to drop head armor, but it might be worth it. Joxic doing alright so far. Had a couple of mishaps along the way. Hunter as well, but here we go. We gather up, the run and gun. Let's try and get ourselves a bomb plant, and the Molotov is going to hold most of them back. Hunter not having it, going to go pushing, and actually, he's going to drop both players. A lot of help from his teammates, but this is more than a successful round. Bomb plant, 2 kills. Now, what more can they do? They've been great in these second round positions, being able to do so much damage. And this is getting a little bit scary now, Log. This is not a round you can afford to lose. This is an eco with a couple of pistols. You've already lost 2 players, and Flowmaster is extremely low. They're using their last bit of utility to try and clear out the new box. And in a crossfire, these CTs have to run. It is just going to be trades, and the Ts, they win a round from nothing. Log with critical errors in that round. And that's got to be painful. Demon's sick. Okay, buddy. He's got the Nova. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited for this one. He's going to play an apps. Understandable. B-side. Lining up the Molotov just so they can stop anybody pushing down. They know there's going to be a weak buy. Don't want anybody running and gunning towards them, spamming headshots. Got a CZ up close, which can destroy enemies in the right position. Where is this Nova? I don't think the Nova's going to come into play, although there is a bit of a standoff on the other side. Push could have come in. Both players on the B side are going to die. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get any Nova strategy. I'm disappointed. Hunter just waiting to see if anybody tries to run down middle. But the remaining players really should just be holding onto their weapons. They don't want to sort of risk anything in this situation. There's no point. Maybe if they can get that AK, that would be nice. But to be honest, they shouldn't have any clue that Hunter's here. Unless they've got a very good gaming chair or a great mouse. You get what I mean? Some of you will, some of you won't. Some of you are very innocent-minded. The problem now is because of that second round win, that's a huge boost to the economy of the T side and a huge hit for the CTs. They're not going to be able to buy in the next round. They're going to have to... This is why they might as well save. Whose map pick is this? This is the pick of Binary Dragons. One of their stronger maps as well. Demon's Sick actually going to go down. The Nova, unfortunately, will not live to fight another day. Disappointing. And the problem is now they're not even going to have enough to get themselves an AWP. They really have screwed their own money. That round that they lost was absolutely atrocious. Quicker is basically dead. He actually gets killed through the wall. A little bit of bad luck. Flowmaster already doing a little bit of extra damage. They've still got these pistols up close. Flashbang in though, and they're almost definitely just going to pre-fire that angle. Still, Mr. Demon's Sick. No Nova in hand this time. Got a P250. Got the Franklin trying to make Banklin by being a Tanklin. And he will actually get one. Not quite able to finish off the second though. Still a couple of players dropped. And Buster. Wow. Not really expecting anything here. If he could somehow use some sort of magical powers and get himself a rifle, brilliant. Not. Oh, well, there he is. So he's going to lose his head. 16 to 6? No, 13 to 6. Now we finally get to see a buy on the CT side, but as I said, they're not going to have themselves any AWPs, kits, and not much utility either. And this was something that Binary Dragons pretty much had from the get-go. I suppose this first round here was a little bit more limited, but from here on out, they had utility all the way through, and it's a massive part of this CT side. We saw how valuable those incendiaries were. Hey, the ball. How's it going? B-side already taking a lot of control over towards this A site. Third player has been pulled in. A fourth even making his rotation over in the form of Quicker. A little bit hesitant, however. Rightly so. They haven't actually seen too much as of yet. Flowmaster, decent position. Manages to find the first. Goes for the repeat. Actually sprays a second and almost a third as well. He's looking like they've been caught out in this round now. Sick will do the same, and Hunter. Well, he's got that godlike blood running through his veins. Can he do anything in this round? No, he can't. Down to 12 HP. There's no real hope. Doesn't have the bomb. Might as well save his weapon. They've got plenty of cash. He's going to be able to buy all the utility he desires anyway. And with only 1,400 coming in from him in the next round, it's quite an easy trade-off. Do I keep what? So we got the AK plus armor, 3,700. Smoke, 4,000. Plus the flash, 4,200. Does he want to throw that away for $1,400? Pretty much a self-explanatory question. Even call it rhetorical. That will be a 7th round on the board. And more importantly, the CT side will keep 4 players alive. So, big stuff for them. Make sure that they have that money building. If they're going to have any chance of coming back in this game, that's the way to do it. Hoping for a skin today. Well, let's see. Will this be your lucky moment? Probably not, but maybe. How am I today? I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good today. And this game has been brilliant so far. A lot of interesting plays. And by interesting, I mean weird or mean odd. Look at this aggressive push, though. 2 players straight out, not mucking about, but they are dead. They don't have an opportunity to be silly because they've got bullets in their skulls. Quicker. Oh, no. Was that the... Did he just... Summit? Come on. Come on, Quicker. Hey, Birdie McFly. Eastside, making their way back up Banana. Looking to see. This is, of course... it's not really their last buy, because they'll probably get another one anyway. It's only really Emmy who would struggle. Haven't lost the round yet, though. They've got 40 seconds. Got Hunter probing up mid to try and find somebody over there. Maybe pull someone into a rotation. Peek out, though, from Joxic. There goes the even. But the most common boost spot we currently see, will it be checked? Yes, it will. Letney, thank you, my friend. So many teams still don't check that spot, and it drives me mad. However, Letney, he's on point. He's done it. He's sorted it. Ready, sorted, like they're crisps. At least Flowmaster and Crizzen to run away, scuttle away. Find a log to hide behind as they want to try and keep their weaponry. Yeah, Bata, I'm really looking forward to seeing them at DreamHack. It could be breakout for them. And they've done a lot of stuff online, which I've gone, okay, that's interesting, that's okay. But it's all different when it comes to LAN. And if they can do it there as well, then, okay, we could have maybe a few more invites going the way. Because that's the thing. It only really takes like 1 or 2 decent LAN events, and you can start getting invited to much more sort of important leagues and build yourself up relatively quickly. Obviously, if you muck it up, it's not... Even if, like, take Tyloo, for example. They've never actually won a tournament, but they upset Luminosity at the time. They've upset Na'Vi, and it's just entertaining. So tournament organizers want you at their tournament. They'll throw an Asian qualifier in there and pretty much guarantee you the win. Now, in their case, well, I don't think that's going to be happening in terms of the qualifiers, but it's a good chance for them. I hope they take it. Yeah, same as Space Soldiers as well. Look at this. Banana control going to be taken from CT side. But look at the wraparound. They've just completely isolated this. Problem is they are going to lose 1 player in the meantime. But in that case, they're actually going to pincer onto the remaining players with Joxic. Well, he doesn't need the pincer. He's doing it all alone. 3 kills. Even a little love tap to one of his teammates as well. And leaves Buster busted. Maybe Busty as well. Eh? Never know. Not checked. I also don't know what he looks like. Yeah, Liquid hasn't won a tournament, but they have got to a major final, which... That's more valuable than winning most tournaments. Emmy. Gonna finish off Buster, and this will leave them with no money going into the potential final round of map number 1. Log. With their backs up against the wall. Very unlikely they're going to be able to pull this one back, but we've seen some pistol magic so far. I think Binary Dragons have been very good at their utility usage so far, just holding off any of these aggressive peaks, allowing them to take a lot of control. Oh yeah, it was a long time ago, but it definitely helps with the name. The big Bram with a lot of big Bram players. I'm a big fan of Twist as well. I hope that he does well in the future. Definitely a massive prospect. Emmy looking for this entry frag over towards B. 4 players gathering up. One in the form of Letney is going to be lurking to try and hold off any mid presence. Master going to be rotating back around towards the coffins. They've still got Buster boosted as well, and a rotation has already come in from Quicker. So they've definitely got the correct read in this situation with 3 players over towards the B site. Push going to be out. Emmy does win the first duel. Actually, runs out bullets and then goes down as well. There just can't be simple rounds for either of these teams. Sketchy stuff is just happening all over the shop. Dima through the smoke. Look how low they all are. Krisen, buddy, you've got a chance here. 15-7. There's no point saving in this situation. Obviously, because they'll lose. No kit. He's hoping that somebody makes a mistake. I think he's just taking too long. He needs to just go for something aggressive. Finds the first. 2 players now. Still on his left. Gets the second as well. Letney. He's not spotted him though. There's too many angles to check. Just hoping he can bait him out. But Letney, calm and collected as he finishes off map number 1. It was an entertaining first map. And still 2 more potentially to come. Log looking for a comeback. Binary Dragons taking number 1. If you have enjoyed, don't forget !caster. I think many of you will know the drill by now. I'll take you to my Twitter. There's also a giveaway going on, so you can enter that if you so please. I think I saw someone mention metas as well. Obviously, I don't know exactly what's happened, but you have to say all the best to metas and his family as well. Lovely guy. It's always horrible to see someone like that in this sort of like horrible situation. But yeah, either way, I'll move away from the sort of bleaker topics and say we'll be back after a short break. I'm looking forward to map number 2, which will be Cobblestone. Hello, Claw. That's the last one. We'll be back to see if Log can turn this around.